The executioner raises his axe. Anne Bonny stands defiant on the scaffold, her hands bound, crowd jeering below. But instead of begging for mercy, she spits in his face and declares something that stops everyone cold. The year is 1720. The golden age of piracy is dying, and the British Empire is hunting down every last buccaneer. But there's something the history books don't tell you about what happened when female pirates were captured. While male pirates faced the gallows, women pirates, their fate was far more twisted, far more shocking, and in some cases far more brilliant than anything Hollywood has ever shown you. Meet Anne Bonny and Mary Red, two women who terrorized the Caribbean alongside Calico Jack Rackham. When their ship was captured, these weren't helpless victims. They were strategic masterminds who understood something about the legal system that most people today still don't realize. See, in the 1700s, there was one legal loophole so powerful it could literally cheat death, and these women were about to exploit it in ways that would make modern lawyers jealous. But here's where it gets insane. What happened to female pirates after capture wasn't just about survival, it was about manipulating an entire patriarchal system from the inside, using the very laws designed to oppress them as weapons of liberation. Drop a comment right now if you're ready to discover how these women outsmarted the entire British legal system and why their tactics are still being used today. But first, we need to understand the world they were fighting against. October 1720. The Revenge, Calico Jack's ship, is cornered near Jamaica. Captain Jonathan Barnett's naval vessel has them surrounded. There's nowhere to run. But here's what's insane. While Calico Jack and his crew are below deck, completely wasted from a night of drinking, Anne Bonny and Mary Red are above, fighting alone against professional naval officers. Picture this: two women, cutlasses in hand, holding off an entire boarding party, while their male crewmates are too drunk to even stand. Mary Red actually screams down to the men below, "If you had fought like men, you need not have been hanged like dogs." This woman is literally calling out her own crew while fighting for their lives. But they're outnumbered. The ship is taken. Everyone's captured. Now here's where your expectations get shattered. In 1720, piracy is a capital offense. Death sentence, no questions asked. The British Empire has made it clear. Every pirate will hang as an example to others. So when Anne Bonny and Mary Red are dragged into that Jamaican courtroom, everyone expects to watch them die. The judge has his death sentence ready. The executioner is literally waiting outside. But then Anne Bonny stands up, and she says 4 words that change everything. 4 words that exploit a legal loophole, so genius, so unexpected, that even the judge's jaw drops. Guess what those 4 words were before I tell you? Drop your guess in the comments. The words were, "My lord, I'm pregnant." But wait, what happens next will completely blow your mind. Now you're probably thinking, okay, so she's pregnant? Big deal. But you don't understand the legal system of 1720. This isn't just about delaying execution. This is about exploiting something called pleading the belly. See, in British law, you cannot execute a pregnant woman because that would mean killing an innocent unborn child. But here's the kicker. Proving pregnancy in 1720 takes months. Medical examinations by a jury of matrons, multiple testimonies, constant delays. Mary Red immediately follows Anne's lead. "My lord, I too am with child." The judge is trapped. He literally cannot proceed with the execution without violating British law. But these women aren't just buying time. They're playing a game so sophisticated it makes modern legal strategy look amateur. Because here's what's absolutely diabolical about their plan. Even if they weren't actually pregnant, proving it either way would take so long that anything could happen. Prison breaks, political changes, legal appeals, public opinion shifts. And get this, Mary Red was actually telling the truth. She really was pregnant. But Anne Bonny? Historians still debate this. She might have been the most brilliant liar in piracy history. But while they're sitting in jail, something unexpected starts happening. These women become celebrities. Their story spreads across the Caribbean, then to Europe. People are fascinated by women who not only fought as pirates but outsmarted the legal system. Team Anne or Team Mary, who do you think was the real mastermind? Let me know below. And that's when the British authorities realize they have a massive problem. The British Empire just created 2 folk heroes by accident. Every delay in executing these women makes them more famous. Pamphlets are being printed, Songs are being sung. Other women across the Caribbean are starting to see Anne Bonny and Mary Read, not as criminals but as rebels who beat the system. The authorities are in panic mode. They can't execute pregnant women, but they also can't let these pirates become symbols of resistance. So they make a deal that's absolutely wild by today's standards. Mary Read, she actually dies in prison from fever before anyone can figure out what to do with her. Her pregnancy was real, but the harsh conditions of Spanish Town jail kill her before she can give birth. It's tragic, but it also eliminates one problem for the British. But Anne Bonny? This is where it gets absolutely insane. Her execution date comes and goes, then another, then another. The legal system is completely paralyzed. Some historians think her father, who was actually a wealthy plantation owner, used his influence to keep her alive. Others think she escaped. But here's the truth that'll blow your mind. Anne Bonny simply disappears from all historical records. One day she's in Spanish Town jail, facing execution, and then nothing. No death record, no execution notice, no prison transfer. It's like she vanished into thin air. Some say she was secretly released, others claim she escaped during a prison riot. The most romantic theory, that she was rescued by pirates loyal to Calico Jack's memory. But the real shock is what this meant for women's rights. Here's why this story matters today. Anne Bonny and Mary Read didn't just cheat death. They exposed how women could use the very systems designed to control them as weapons of liberation. Think about it. In 2024, we're still watching women exploit legal loopholes, challenge unjust systems, and turn their supposed weaknesses into strategic advantages. From social movements to political campaigns, the playbook these pirate women wrote 300 years ago is still being used. They prove that survival isn't just about fighting. Sometimes it's about being smarter than everyone who thinks they have power over you. Anne Bonny's disappearance remains one of history's greatest mysteries. But her legacy, that's crystal clear. She showed the world that even in the most hopeless situations, intelligence and courage can rewrite your entire story. If this deep dive into real pirate history shocked you as much as it did me, smash that subscribe button, because next week we're revealing what really happened to Blackbeard's treasure, and it's not where anyone thinks it is. What other historical mysteries do you want me to investigate? Drop them in the comments. Your suggestion might be our next viral hit.